Totally Beverages.
And sometimes hot sauce.
That is a tasty root beer.
Coffee.
Water.
Cerveza.
Mountain Dew.
Beverages.
Beverages.
Beverages hot sauce.
Beverages.
Beverages.
Beverages hot sauce.
Ooh, welcome to Totally Beverages and Sometimes Hot Sauce, the show that was almost called K-Cups with Roro. I am your host, Psychic Andy, but you can call me Roro. Here, as always, my boy, the blue-eyed Barbadan, with those blues really popping tonight. My man Jojo, how are you feeling, buddy?
The Santa Ana winds are a-blowing. A wind of change, I believe.
Jeez, it's good to see you, buddy.
Oh, it's great to see you. It's great to be seen, you know? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling extra excited about tonight's episode. We got a special guest in the pipeline. We got dreams coming true, maybe. I might have just said too much. It just feels like a very special night.
It does. It does. Yes, the wind is at our backs. That is for damn sure. You know?
Oh, Randy, thanks so much. Look at that. Looking good, gents. We
thank
appreciate it. Anything that you can say to us about our physical appearance is much appreciated.
100%.
We like to be boosted.
I'm using all kinds of digital airbrushing for myself right now. And got this fresh chapeau. You know what? I never thought of myself as a hat person, but I looked in our intro video, and we're wearing hats in every picture.
That's fantastic.
It's true, but it's a different podcast.
A totally different podcast. Well, a lot to get into tonight, so I think we should just jump right on in.
Ooh, you brought up this. I gotta talk about this comment right here.
Tell me.
Lungtarog said, you can't get any of these non-alcoholic IPAs in Utah. Weird. Yes, fucking weird. You'd think they would be all you could get.
I'm actually very curious what Utah's relationship to NA beer is general. I mean, do you think maybe they're like, we don't have any time for it because most of our beer was non-alcoholic for so long? They were rocking that 3-2 beer.
Right. And maybe it is just like, at that point, you're just playing with fire. Why are we giving people a reason to even, do they think they see it as like the marijuana of Utah? Is it a gateway drug?
Maybe. We'll dive much deeper into this whole non-alcoholic chat in a little bit because there are some very big questions to be asked in general.
That is a fact. We got lots of questions and some answers.
So let's dive into the vision board because, to be honest, I've been dreaming about this all day long.
Yes.
This is where we left off last week, if you guys don't remember. Up on the board, we have, what do we got here, Jojo? We have our U2, or not U2. We got Utah. We got our Pabst High Seltzer. We got our Boy Iced Tea. What else we got up there?
Oh, we got Milady Kate Winslet. We have being number one at food and drink. We have a high score in Tepper, a mystery hot sauce, a can of Olipop probiotic soda, which probably should just come off the vision board, if I'm being honest. And we have a thing that says Twitch affiliate.
Now, a quick recap. I played a little Tapper, I guess yesterday on Tapper Tuesday. Gunning for that 20,000 points. I only eked a little over 17,000, so I haven't gotten there yet. So that's staying on the board.
I'm sorry, I gotta throw a little bit of hype behind my man Roro because his previous high score was only like 12,000, and so in only one other round, and he says he wasn't practicing in between Tapper Tuesdays.
Yo, I promise.
What do we got? One more week? I mean, I don't doubt that you're entering the. This is going to be the heartbreak hill here. This is going to be the hardest 3,000 to get. But I feel so confident. I think, we're strategizing over here. I'm trying to caddy for him as he's going through this journey.
We're looking into a joystick possibly. My brother, I'm hoping, can hook that up. But we're not there, but we're going to get there. Last week, you guys might remember, we were going to add, we had a suggestion of adding something new to the vision board, and that is our girl.
Oh, Ina Garten, the Barefoot Contessa.
Oh, It's just a matter of time, Ina, before you're on the show. It's just a matter of time. That graphic's a little small. Do you see the size of that Cosmopolitan? It's huge.
Enormous. It could hold up the state of Utah. It could hold up the Arches. Look at that. That is brilliant. What do you think that is? Strawberry daiquiri?
I think so. We'll have to ask her.
And she probably made it with strawberries from her own garden. What a American treasure. And I also think she's perfectly positioned there above the Mr. Snackers icon. Because I feel like she's probably owned and raised ducks.
I feel
Probably
like
for
she
slaughter.
currently has ducks. Wait, what did you just say?
I said probably for slaughter, but I think that
That's not even funny, buddy.
I know I think it's true.
So, all right, but the big news of the night is something big happened, and it happened because of all you guys.
Oh my good gravy!
Are you ready, JoJo?
I'm ready.
Congratulations, you are a Twitch affiliate. We made it, y'all. We did it. Did we get 50 followers? Yeah, we have 179 followers. Did we stream for 8 hours? Yeah. Did we stream on 7 different days? I think we did.
And
did
7 different ways.
Do we have an average of 3 viewers? You bet your ass we have way more than an average of 3 viewers. So what does this mean, JoJo? Do you know? Because we're still figuring all this out. But what it does mean is you guys can start making it rain on us, throwing dollar bills at us.
Oh my goodness, bits as they call it, dollar bits. I think that is the truth. We're gonna figure all the ins and outs of it as we go, but because this is new for us, it is fresh this very day that we finally got the go ahead that we are indeed affiliates. And so, what would be really lovely is if you all could just subscribe. Before, the only option was to follow. If you can subscribe to the show, there is a free tier. I believe it is just called Prime. Is that right?
I think the Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, I think you get, wait, here we go. Randy's got the answer right here. If anyone has Amazon Prime, you can use it for a free T-Bash subscribe. So if you have Amazon Prime, just subscribe to us, right? That seems like a no-brainer.
Hit it and don't quit it. Stay where you are. And you should still be able to watch the show for free. If it's okay. You don't have to contribute financially to the show to enjoy it. And you also may have noticed that, I just think that as we want to make sure that you're subscribing so you're seeing all the Tapper Tuesdays and the Bev Storms and anything else we're going to be putting out there at different times. Get those notifications rolling in. Tapper Tuesday yesterday, Roro almost cracked that high score. Someone in the chat was asking about my coffee setup, asking if I was still doing AeroPress. So I went and took the old Bev cam to the coffee experience, and we did that live.
Amazing.
That's the kind of stuff you can only see if you're here. That's it. So subscribe to that and go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, and more on that next week because we're going to learn about bits and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll circle back next week. But this is just a big day for us. So you see that little Twitch affiliate up there on that board? Let's take that guy off.
Get
Bye-bye.
out of here.
And is it time? Oh, it's been empty for so long. Are dreams about to come true?
Oh, wow.
Oh, it feels so good. That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right.
That's very wrong.
Maybe. Okay.
Bethany got her wings. That's all I can say.
Let's see. What do we have next on today's docket? Oh, next week we're doing the zeros versus the diets. We'll be drinking Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero Sugar, which I think that's what it's actually technically called.
That's right.
Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi. I think all these varieties have caffeine. I'll update our graphic for social media. But these are the 4 drinks we're drinking next week if you want to join in. I sure hope they have these in Utah. That would seem like a crime if they didn't.
And if they only have the caffeine-free versions, just do it. Just go straight across the board.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. All right. Next
We
up,
gotta put these shoes on the vision board. I got to be honest.
what about them? You're going to get them?
Those. You need those shoes. Okay.
Wait.
Sorry, go on.
Okay, follow us on our socials. Yeah, I think that's it for our business. What do we have going on tonight? Tonight's special guest.
Head over to the blackboard.
Very excited for this one. We've got a singer, a pop artist. We have someone that I think drinks beverages. Here's a little
pray to
sneak peek
God.
right here. She has a brand new video called Underbelly that's out right now.
Just came out today, hot off the presses.
Hot off the presses. We're going to throw that link up in the chat a few times tonight. She also has a song called Don't Want to Tea. Now, if you look in on that graphic, do you see what's in that graphic? Sorry, Jojo, I should have made this a little bit bigger. Do you see what's in there? That's a cup. That's a mug in there.
A mug. So this is fully in bounds. This is right in our wheelhouse.
This is completely in our wheelhouse, but
The captain of our ship.
It gets a little bit better. Are you ready? They did a mug contest. Okay? There was a mug contest. Joyeur. Oh my gosh, I just spoiled who it is. Hold on, let me keep going. Last but not least, they might like ducks. We're going to find out. We're not sure. They might like ducks.
We'll fill in the
Without further
graphic by the end
ado,
of the show.
we're so excited to welcome to the show Joyeur. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Oh wait,
There it
we
is.
got you muted. We just unmuted you. Thanks for coming. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me. This is so. You guys are just such pros. I'm really enjoying. I'm gonna tune in all the time. So excited.
Oh,
Excited
it's
to
just
be here.
it's just getting started, and we're really gonna jump right in about something, okay? Because this just seems so crazy. Hold on, let me pull this up. here.
This is the most pressing question on the day
What
of
is
your
what
video
is this all
premiere.
about? You had what is this? A mug that you made? Did you make this mug? What's going on here? I know this is from a little while ago, but what is this?
I love that you brought this up because this is important. I thought I was a ceramicist for like a month. And I actually love doing it. I really like working with clay and with my hands, I like getting dirty. And this was just a way to sort of distract me from, I was in the middle of making this album and it was just like a way to have fun. And then I started making them. And of course, I love to pressurize everything I do. And put a deadline on everything I do. So I was like, this has to be merch, and someone has to want it. And these are the first mugs that I've ever made. So of course I pressurized it, and I said, not only is this going to be merch, but that means it just can't look like garbage. So I can't say it doesn't look like garbage. If you look up close, there's a lot of imperfections, but it was so fun to make, and this really amazing. It's called I went to this place called like Peach Tree or something. This wonderful woman in Mar Vista, she had me there for hours and hours, and it's just a way to get into flow.
Is it just a place to make mugs?
Does she
Well,
have
I will
you
say
making
that-
mugs all the time?
She did put me to work. It's mugs, it's vases, but there's a lot of drinking vehicles, I will say, that people do make. They have children there. I was one of the only adults.
So they've got kids making drinking vessels
They put 'em
at
to
this
work.
place?
Oh yeah.
But
They're
they make them pay to
It's a
get-
class. It's a class.
And this is how you get. This is probably what 90% of the ceramics industry.
And this is how Crate and
fueling
Barrel
itself.
stays in business.
Did you try out these? These look like they were a part of a contest. Did you thoroughly try them out before thinking of the
So-
contest or giving them away? And what can you put in these?
Okay, so I don't know if you have like a sound effect for this, but I have a confession to make. I held on to these for like a really long time before actually giving these to the winners because I loved them so much. I drank out of them before giving them to people, and I just want to throw that out there that I did that as a person.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
did that.
For some creep, this probably increased the value. This is
I don't know why I'm telling you this.
That's
it's
important
the green bottles that are
information.
mesmerizing me.
How long did you keep these? How
Yeah.
much longer did you keep them than you should have? Is what we really want to know. How long were you drinking out of these before you finally sent them off? Do you still have these?
No.
Are you the winner?
I was the winner.
This is
for
so
like a
random.
minute.
I won.
It's so weird. I'm the winner. sure. No, I had them for a few weeks and then I finally sent them off. I was so proud. It took me so long. And like the idea was honestly, I should know this person's name because this work that I did was completely derivative of this other woman's work. She does
Another mug maker?
She's a mug maker. But like she
maker.
does these spheres, and I didn't realize that like you don't just use the clay spheres like a whole chunk of clay because that mug is real heavy. You have like a mold, but I didn't know that. So that mug is like
Yeah. Well, you know what they say. What is it? Great mug makers steal, crappy ones copy or whatever.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
You're golden
I have a
here.
t-shirt with that on it, so.
All right. Well, that just listen.
I love that you brought that into the mix.
This only took you a month to do?
I mean, those took me 2 days. That took me 16 hours to make those mugs.
That's
Are
incredible.
they dishwasher safe?
They are not.
Okay.
Good.
They are most definitely not. And that came with the little card that I gave everyone. I didn't, but I should have.
Have you checked in on the mugs?
Just grab the mugs. We know they're right next to you in a box waiting to be shipped.
No, my girlfriend actually had come over and she was like, "Didn't you like do a giveaway with that mug?" And I was like, "Oh shoot,
Oh yeah.
you caught me. I don't really want to get rid of them." And she's like, "You should probably do it." It was like an intervention, a mug
You're just holding it there.
Yeah.
You had to pry it out of your hands.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's a T-Bash first, a mug intervention.
yeah.
All right.
It has
Before
to be.
we move on to our favorite, well, I think this is the hallmark segment of the show.
Certainly.
Just want to shout out real quick. It looks like Randy's making it rain on people and gifting subs and stuff in the chat. So shout out Randy. Thank you so much.
Shout out to Randy.
That's
We love you,
really,
Randy.
really
We
exciting.
do.
Okay,
really
so
do.
Joe, this is what we're going to do. This is called the beverage profile.
Okay, am I Joe or is he Joe? Because everyone calls me Joe.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you're Joe.
You're Joe. Up above you's Joe.
Yeah, this is one of those things where it's just sort of like, knock twice if it is you, knock once
Right.
if it's not. That's how we'll know.
You can call me Joyeur, Joe, whatever. I was joking with my girlfriends on text. I was like, it's gonna be confusing because everybody calls me Joe or JoJo.
You get called JoJo also. This is the only place on earth I'm called JoJo.
Oh,
But this
so yeah, because my AOL screen name was Jojo Bella.
Ooh, might need to update that banner on the bottom down here.
It's JoJo Bella.
Jojo Bella.
Okay, so Joe, this is what we're gonna do. This is called the beverage profile. We're gonna start at the
Okay.
beginning of the day.
Okay.
What time
okay.
What time do you wake up?
Man, that varies so widely. I wake up at 8. I usually
Okay.
wake up at 8 a.m.
Now, what's the
pre-
first beverage that's going to touch your lips after you wake up around 8 o'clock? And
So
when
I've
does
got
it happen?
I've got a water next to my bed that I chug the moment I wake up. Big water fan. And then I usually make my way straight to the kitchen. I don't talk to anybody. And I make a coffee.
Wait a second. You gotta slow. You gotta pump the brakes here because
I know,
already
I know.
you've said two things that are mission critical
Yes.
to T-Bash.
Mission critical.
The fact that you keep water next to your bed,
Yes.
and see, we already have a question in the comments. They're doing the work for us. What's
I
the
see.
bed glass? What's the vessel
Oh,
that
that's a
this
mason
water
jar.
is
That's
in?
easy. That's a mason jar. I like to make it it's on a shelf also that's like basically adjacent to my head, just so that like if there's an earthquake or anything, the water will spill, and then that will wake me up or hit me in the face, and then I'll get out of bed and I'll be up.
This is
This
fun.
is
This is
this
like
is
a
a
Rube
T-Bash.
Goldberg little alarm system.
This is
I like
another
this.
T-Bash first.
Yes. Oh.
Is this beverage related, Josh? The alarm, the beverage alarm system? I think it is.
It feels like it is because also, look, if you're in an emergency situation, you don't know when your next glass of water is going to be, and some of that hits you in the face, you're probably going to just go take a little hamster sip out of there if you can, and before you
Yes.
grab your go bag or whatever and
And also, I'm blanking on the name of this movie. That's why I'm a horrible podcast guest. I can't remember the name of the movie.
Twister.
But the one where they're like swing away, and it's about aliens, and it's with it and
Aliens.
okay, it's with Joaquin Phoenix. I know this movie so well. They're like where they're cornfields and
Signs.
aliens go. Thank you, Jesus. And then it's the famous director that I'm just blanking.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Ugh, God, my brain.
No, you're doing great.
Anyways, also that if you got a glass of water and there's an alien and they don't do well with water, that's the first thing you're gonna throw across the room.
It's a great point.
Because I have seen signs, and I'm pretty sure that's based on some accurate research.
So that's a beverage safety tip, I guess.
Yeah. This is.
Yeah.
This could be a new. This could be like your what is it? Simply Safe. This could be your new side hustle as you are trying to turn everything into merge. Part of it could be mason jars that are also emergency response
/
Weapons,
alarms.
systems. Yeah.
Weapons. Yeah.
They're weapons, alien invasion, protection, and most importantly, they're hydrating. The other thing you said is you chug that water.
Yeah.
I want to chug it right off the bat.
So
For
there's
some
two
reason,
types of
when
people.
I'm a mouth breather. I think I'm a mouth breather. When I sleep. I'm waking up and I'm like real thirsty. I'm parched.
If we've learned anything on this show, there's only two types of people. There's chuggers and there's sippers. Now, you being a chugger in the morning, and Josh,
JoJo's are chuggers.
Please tell me please tell me if I step out of bounds here, Josh. But if you are a chugger in the morning, are you filling the vessel up the night before? And is it because usually we wait to get to the nighttime vessel when we get there during the day. But since you're a chugger in the morning, is the vessel completely full and ready to go, or did you sip it the night before? Does that make sense?
We're taking a sip right before bed because you don't want to have to wake up to relieve yourself, right? That would be the worst, and it does happen to the best of us. So
It's true.
we try
Fate's
to avoid
worse than
that.
death. Yes.
Because we're all just trying to sleep, have a good night's rest, right? That's really the goal, and be hydrated, of course, as it pertains to the show. But I'm gonna take a sip at night. I'm gonna wake up, and that's when I'm chugging, and I have to go to bed with a full glass of water. The vessel must be full at time of sheet coverage.
Great. And ice in there,
Yes.
or is it just regular water?
No.
And clearly no mason lid because you want the alarm wake up system.
You get it.
Okay, great. So I think now you can move on to this coffee situation.
I think so. I will say this. Sometimes the threads on a mason jar, it kind of seems weird they're left out of the conversation because they do seem like they are a challenge, but maybe they're not. Am I overblowing it?
Are you talking about like the lip indent situation?
Yeah. Like the
See,
you would
that's
screw
the thing
lid
is
onto.
those are for lids, but like no, a lot of people don't have the lids.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah, what
and
happens?
we don't really
to the
talk
lids?
about that, and that's not talked about enough.
Yeah, right. We need to shine a light on the lid situation.
Yeah.
God, all these orphaned lids, where are they?
That's what I'm thinking about when I'm chugging my water in the morning. Happy that it didn't spill on me.
And is that
You know?
whole? Are you down?
And I will say I am currently. This is actually the mug.
Oh, now we're talking.
So, and I'm gonna put some detail here. So this is Better Together. This is from a wedding.
Oh.
This is from a wedding I went to, and my dear partner thought it was necessary to take like 6 of these from the giveaway. So
Correct.
It's basically our collection of mason jars. They're souvenirs from our really good friend's wedding.
Have
That's
the
what
friends
I'm drinking out of love. Really.
have the friends come over and seen that you have a full dining room
I
set
would be
of
so
their mason jars?
embarrassed. I would be so embarrassed. I've put a few of these on like in the trash can, and then found that they were washed and put back in. So it's just like
Wow.
I can't get rid of them. We have a lot of these.
I love this.
That's
Yeah.
great.
May
Well,
they-
we'll send
may
this.
their
We'll
love,
send this
live
little.
on in infamy.
Maybe one of the someone watching can clip this section so we can send this segment to your friends so they know how many glasses that you have.
Yeah.
That would I'm fine with that. I think that they would be happy.
I mean,
about
really, it
that.
was your partner that stole them, so it's nothing on
Yeah,
you.
your hands
It's
are
true.
clean.
So tell us about this coffee.
So I realized during COVID, really, I don't like drip coffee. It's weak. It's weak. And sorry to anybody out there who loves drip. I like espresso. Throwing it down. I love espresso. I love it in a percolator on the stove. That water boils up. That's boiling up into your little thingamajig. And it's strong. It tastes like espresso. It's jet fuel. And that's what I'm drinking. The perk.
Is it in that like the little like stovetop things like kind of hexagonal? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
you
I
know,
think
you have one. I think
Italian, and there's a name for it. Which once again, I'm revealing my
we don't know
podcast
either.
skills. I don't know what it's called, but it is a percolator. And then there's this song that's like, I'll think of it later. But
the
there
percolator?
Was this song,
Do the percolator?
yeah, there was like a song and I used to sing it. I can't remember what it was, but
Yes.
I'm
It was
pretty
just like
sure,
a regional hit
yes.
in wherever are you from the mid-Atlantic?
I am from LA,
You're from LA?
but music gets here.
That's true. Yeah.
Charles.
There is it was a regional hit, at least not where I grew up, but certainly where my wife did, because like she and her like high school friends, they know it and will sing it.
And it's about
They do,
coffee
and there's
percolators?
A dance. So it's like a dance song. It's like Do the Percolator, and there's a
About
dance.
coffee percolaters?
I guess.
I
I
mean, as
mean, it
much
would
as-
make sense. It's like boiling up from the bottom and, you know.
Yeah, but I mean only as much as electric slides are actually about electric slides. You know.
There you go.
You
There
guys,
have it.
are veering off into other territory.
Okay,
here.
fine.
Let's
Excuse
rein
us.
it back in, both of you.
Excuse us.
Jojo, I'll let you take the lead on these coffee questions because you are the coffee guy here.
Oh.
What I mean,
I don't even know what the thing is called. I guess my question is: are you're drinking it from the percolator? But are you just drinking it black?
Just black.
And
So
are you making an
I
Americano, or are you just drinking the espresso
am
shots?
just drinking. I have these cute little Italian ceramic espresso cups with the plate. And I just
Cute.
find it so nice. I really like it.
And you have like an old Italian landlord. You go and you sit across
Yeah.
at some tiny table, and you.
I do have this like really sweet little Juliet window that goes out to a little, patio situation. It's tiny. It's not a patio. It's like a little nook. And I usually like sit there sometimes with the sun on my face and my little coffee. But I drink it black because I really have just been enjoying the taste of it. I used to do
Love it.
honey and milk. I used to do honey and almond milk, and it just soak in with the honey. I was just so much honey. And now I fast. I fast. I don't eat until like 2 or 3 or 4 sometimes. So I realized that I wasn't fasting when I was drinking it with honey and milk. It gets your metabolism moving.
Sure.
So, anyways, that's totally non-drink related, but that's why
Well-
I do it black. I love the flavor, and I like to know that like my body isn't working. I'm giving my
Yeah.
body a break from the
Yeah.
food for a while.
tell us about the beans.
Yeah. Do you have a go-to bean?
It's Slayer's telling us to mocha pot. Thank you.
Oh.
So this is a little embarrassing. I feel like I'm giving away all my embarrassing little secrets here. I drink Cafe Bustelo.
Mamma mia.
That's
That's-
classic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny because like I'm like everything's got to be organic. It's got to be fresh, and then I'm like, but my espresso, I need like Cafe Bustelo. It's that cheap, just it's tried and true. I don't know, the fancy stuff. It's just it doesn't percolate right, or it doesn't brew right. I feel like.
I
Percolata.
love that.
Yeah. You've got a.
Are we both clicking on
We
that
are.
at the same time,
No, we
Jojo?
are.
We were
Oh.
trying to put this up.
Absolutely.
Cafe Bustelo is the shit. Slayer's gonna slay. I don't know why. Slayer's gonna slay. Is that how you read that?
Yes, and there are a lot of. It has like it has a scene. I feel like the
Really?
Cafe Bustelo.
It's like a cult Cafe Bustelo
think so.
classic situation. I think it's people who don't want to fuss. Like there's the coffee movement,
Yes.
right? And it's like you want to have fancy coffee, and there was like the mixology, and then there was like the barista movement, and now some people are just like, give me the simple stuff, you know?
It's like the In-N-Out burger of espresso coffee, right? Like it
Yes.
is a
Like I don't want Shake Shack or whatever.
it's a favorite of it has like it's got people who will ride or die for it forever. And but yeah, there are fancier ones, or you might have a cup of coffee at some point that really like blows your mind, but this is gonna be the daily driver, and even the one you might make for an out-of-town guest, right? You're gonna just be
Sure.
into it. Yes,
You
Love it.
marry a Cafe Bustelo is what you do.
That's
Wow.
right.
Okay,
right.
here we go.
Right,
You know?
right. And then that's the one over here. Like I go to this place called Maru. It's
Yeah, sure.
on
Mhm.
Hillhurst.
Yes.
Yep.
Very stupid fancy coffee shop. It's a Japanese, I guess. I don't really
Yes.
know what it's you want to hate it because like the other day I went to get a coffee in the morning. Sometimes I leave my house and I go to get coffee on a day where I want to take my dog for a walk. She's begging for it. She wants it, and I give it to her, and we're going on a walk, and then I'm like, let me just grab a coffee real quick, babe. It's my dog. I talk to her, and it's like a line around the block on this place called Maru.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is so dumb. It's just coffee. Like, I'm just gonna go get my Cafe Bustelo, and you wait in line for like, they're fast, so it's like 15 minutes. I don't want to throw shade on them. They're great, but it's amazing.
It's worth it.
So
You're saying
good.
worth it every time.
It's worth it. Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, I'm not going to make, if I buy their espresso, I'm not going to make that espresso here. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like, I'm going to let them do their job and make amazing espresso with their, like, $5,000 to $10,000 espresso maker, which is like the Morazzos or whatever.
Yes.
You
What
know?
is the Italian word for your side piece?
A gumar?
Yeah, that's like your gumar, I guess.
There we go.
You know?
There we go. There we go.
Okay, let's get back into your kitchen.
Great.
You've made this. How many Bustellos are you doing? It's like, is it around like 8:30 now, 9 o'clock?
Question. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. By 8:30, I've had essentially a double shot of espresso because I make a big one, which makes 4 double shots. Okay.
And does that thing keep it warm? Is it like kind of
It
insulating?
kind of does. Yeah, it kind of
Okay.
does. So like for an hour, and then you might need to use the
Sure.
mic. But I have been trying to limit it to 2 espresso shots because that's essentially 2 double shots. That is what I'm making. So it's a lot. It's 4
That's
shots.
heavy duty.
That's 4 shots of espresso by noon. And then after noon, it's decaf. I go decaf.
Ah, decaf Bustelo?
I have decaf Bustelo. Yes, that's what I use. I'm a big Costco fan. This is it.
Is this
So
the
mine's
type
not
of
as fancy.
situation?
Yes, mocha pot. It says mocha pot. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mine is like the very old version of this.
All right, these
But
look cool,
this
though.
is it.
All right, I love
That's
it.
really awesome. Someone had said that they would I need a video to see how this works, and I agree. I
Oh, should we do
I
that?
still don't really fully
Here, I'll
understand
pull one
it.
up real quick.
Let's do that.
Let's find a quick mocha pot video.
I don't know what they're doing, but that looked great. There was some. Ooh, there was a little
Let's see.
whipped
Let's
cream.
find a quick one.
I also want to say that the decaf coffee in the afternoon that I drink, I throw on ice, and that's when I do a little oat milk, I do some maple syrup, maybe some chocolate syrup,
Ooh,
and I blend it up, and it's a little mocha frap.
that
decaf.
sounds great. And so you're making, and wait, we just did oat milks on the show. Do you have a go-to brand?
Costco.
The Costco one. It was in the mix.
Oh my
Everybody
gosh.
loves
You and
the
our
Costco.
friend of the show, BDT. Listen, Joe, I should have brought you out of a case of it. I should have brought it to you
Really?
yesterday. Yeah. It failed miserably in our eyes in
No,
our
no, no,
shootout.
no. I think you're
Yeah.
you're remembering you. I feel.
I hated it.
I think it came in second
It's
for me.
garbage oat milk. It's garbage oat milk, but it's so cheap, and I rarely have it. I never drink it, and it's it's nice because they're tiny. I don't want to buy like a
That's
huge
true.
jug of it and then it goes bad. I'm not drinking it.
Yeah,
So is our video ready? Or
Yeah, let's
let's
take
hit
a
it.
quick peek at this.
Let's see how this works. So this is a mini. This is making a double
So this
shot.
is like a child's one. You'd have like one several times the size of this.
So you put a little water
This
in
is
the...
what I make for my decaf in the afternoon. I make the small one.
Okay, pour hot water. Get rid of this ad. Sorry, guys. Pour hot water in there.
See, this is the brand I have as well. Berletti or something?
You fill this little funnel.
Super fine. You gotta, yeah, that's true.
So the Bustelo, you don't have to do anything. It's good to go, right?
Yeah, it's super fine.
Do you level
stop.
yours off with your finger like this person?
Why is this person
I
like?
hit it against the table, which is what the pros do.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
nice.
Right there. Yeah.
Place
This
the
felt like a lot
funnel
of
in the
touching.
base.
He really likes to feel his. Like, he has
Yeah.
a close
Oh, this is a little
relationship
a
to
cute
his
little
mocha
mini
pot.
here.
Yeah. So this is gonna make you, a double shot, I believe. Oh, he's showing you how to turn on your stove. That's
What temp do you do on your
That's-
stove?
I blast everything. But I've been learning I need to turn it down. I try to do it's almost like a just like the tiniest flame possible. This guy's
Jojo, I
got a
feel like we
crazy
should have
stove.
a custom one of these made with like our logo on it or
Ooh,
something.
I love that. I think that's. I wonder if that's possible. I
Oh,
would
that's
love
a
that.
great idea.
Premium.
Oh, it's the hissing. Yeah.
Ooh, that
Steam
looks
is being
good.
forced up. There we go. Oh, gotta close it. It's time to close it.
Spurting over or spitting means the heat is too high. Okay.
Oh, I just thought that meant it's ready.
Do you have a gas stove?
You find out tonight you've been doing this wrong the entire time.
This tastes like shit.
I'm like, so when it spurts like that, you have to close it. It means it's done. It's done.
No, look at that. You want a little smooth boiling over. Look at that.
Yeah. And then it's gonna make it's crema. It's got the crema.
Oh
that?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's got the crema there. Remove
Okay,
from
remove it.
heat. Do not let it spurt out like Joelle does. Place on your. That's always. You can even put a towel in the freezer and have it waiting to kind of cool it down.
Hot tip. Love it.
I just love that someone made this video. I'm gonna be honest.
They
We
got
need
this, like,
people
little-
like this.
Ooh, not a
Jack
not a
Johnson
good
music.
pour from this person. Oh, hats off for keeping that footage in and doing a take two, though. I like
yeah,
that.
that's cute. That's cute. Oh, so this person does it out of a shot glass. We need to send this person a cute little espresso.
They need a little mug. They need a cute little mug.
Teacup situation, yeah.
Clean your mocha pot using. Wow, that was great.
Yeah. So I also learned a lot.
Wow, that video has almost 2 million plays.
It
Wow.
was somehow relaxing.
This
That
video's
video.
been
right,
around.
so-
It's about to celebrate its 7th birthday.
Boss? Oh, Mocha Bees. Okay, would have been cool if he was called Mocha Boss. Also,
So-
my new
that's gonna
AOL
be you.
handle.
So Joe, coming up. So after this, take us like mid morning up. Up till kind of. If you're fasting, take us up till like 2:00, I guess, sort of. What's happening in that
exactly.
whole time range?
I'm doing a lot of sparkling water. I do sparkles. I do a lot of sparkles. I drink that more than regular water, to be honest. I'm kind of like a child in that way. Like I like water, but it's just like to really get hydrated, I have to have sparklings or I won't have enough.
Sure, it's a little bit of a chore.
It's a bit of a chore.
What do we got? Soda Stream here. We got cans.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So we will bring Costco back around. So we've got the Kirkland. I've got Kirkland sparklings, and then I've also got Waterloo. I don't do LaCroix because it's just too expensive, and it's too expensive, and it's delicious, and I can't. But
Is your Waterloo
I
coming
understand
from?
that because you're so
He's a rich
cool
Twitch
and,
affiliate.
you're
He
so
knows.
Cool, Roro. What is that? Oh, I'm sorry. So he had to say. Okay, I'm so sorry. I do go with the Waterloo, and I do it because it's also I don't buy it. It's my partner.
Hell yeah.
He steals mugs and buys Waterloo. We've got a keeper, folks.
That's right.
And then
hero.
sometimes I've been sneaking in this like yerba. It's this yerba mate. It's like 0 calories, 0 sugar canned drink. That's also conveniently provided by Costco. So it's yerba, and it's this flavored yerba mate, but it's just a little bit less of a buzz than coffee, so you can kind
Sure.
of have it in the afternoon if you so desire. And it's like watermelon and strawberry, but there's no sugar or anything.
Oh, that's amazing.
Does it taste like tea, or does it taste like, are these
It's-
flavors shining through?
I will say it's strong with the stevia. The stevia shines a little more than I would like. I don't love the flavor of stevia.
Yeah, I think most people are with you. What kind of flavors do we have in this Kirkland Waterloo yerba situation?
What's the one you're most excited about? Like, what's the one you're the happiest if you open the fridge? Oh, and is it even in the fridge, or are you just
Oh,
keeping
it's in
these
the
room
fridge,
temp?
and then I like to put some ice cubes in it. It needs to be so ice cold.
You're pouring
I
this
don't
into
like
a
the
glass, or are you
sparkling-
just jamming
Oh,
ice cubes into this can?
That's a vision. I gotta get my mason jars back in. You know, I got
Yes.
my mason jars back in the mix. I've got some ice cubes, and then I pour over my beautiful sparkling. I love the grape Waterloo. I think that's really, really yummy. They also have a peach one, which is really, really good. And then if I'm going Kirkland, I'm okay with their lime. It's just like there's not much flavor in that one, which I appreciate in a time where I don't really want a lot of flavor. Straws. I have metal straws here that I always forget to use, but straws make you feel so glamorous, and thank you for the reminder to bring those back into the mix.
That is a great reminder, Kim. In that Costco pack, you say you like the lime, but that's a variety pack. Am I wrong there?
It sure is. It's got grapefruit, lime, lemon, but that's it. It's out of convenience. The Waterloo is where it's at, other than the LaCroix. LaCroix, if you could sponsor me, I'd appreciate that, and then I would drink you all the time. I just want to throw that out there.
Put you
My
in a
manifestation
sponsorship
board.
on the vision board. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Josh, I saw you getting very excited about the Waterloo. I feel like you have some questions about the Waterloo, or are you just ready for us to taste Waterloo?
I'm ready for it. We do what's called a Bev Storm. Sometimes we'll jump on here and we'll just talk about, like, in the morning some days, to just talk about what kind of stuff we might do on the show in the future. A Waterloo flight is in our near future, and we were looking at the website and we were talking about, and for some reason both grape and peach popped out.
Yeah.
And I feel
they're
like
delicious.
peach was freaking me out a little bit, but grape, we were both like, I wonder what's up with that. I want to get in on that.
They're mild enough that it's not overwhelming. They're
Okay.
mild. Yeah.
And you're getting these at a Los Angeles area Costco.
No. I'm so sorry I fooled you there. It's not. It's Target.
I can handle that.
That's, yeah, it's available. Costco's really, you're not really sure what you're going to get. Every time you go, they have a different stock. So, like,
Yeah,
if you
I'll
really
see-
want to find it, it's at Target.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see I saw like commemorative LaCroix curates the last time I was at Costco. It's a
Yeah.
mixed bag. You never know what they're going to have there.
Yeah, you
But
can
I
put some
bet
LaCroix there.
Waterloo makes an appearance from time to time at Costco, I would imagine.
Oh, they do.
Well, we don't need to roll the dice. We'll just head straight to those concentric circles.
So take us up to like dinner time, Joe.
Oh, okay. All right. So we might be doing a yerba mate sort of situation. We've got sparkling water, drinking some water. Sometimes I just got that decaf, right? So I've got that ice blended around 4. I'll always do that decaf. Like, I need the hit of coffee. I'm a huge coffee person. During COVID, I got vaccinated, and I got I got all the symptoms. I was so sick, and I didn't drink coffee for like 4 days. It was as if I had the flu. And so I really decreased the amount of coffee I was drinking, and I had horrible withdrawals. Like, I mean, I had muscle aches and cramps throughout all my legs, and like headaches and stuff. So I basically, like, I would drink a pot of coffee to my face throughout the whole day, just the whole day. And I was having crazy anxiety and stuff. Anyways, don't do it at home, kids. I really decreased the coffee intake. So now I'm happy about the decaf. I do the decaf in the afternoon so that I get sleep, I don't have anxiety, whatever. But I do that ice blended, and it is chef's kiss,
And
delicious.
is it a decaf Bustelo?
decaf Bustelo. So
So-
what I'm doing, it's a process.
Take us through the process.
Okay,
This is
all right.
what we're here for.
Okay.
Readjust my headphones. Gonna settle down here.
In unison. Emphatically in unison. So, of course, I'm putting the hot water into the bottom of the little, if we really want to get micro. We do what we just saw in that video. So we're then putting in our grinds, and then we put it on the stove, and it takes about 2 to 4 minutes. Time escapes me. It's like 2 to 5 minutes, now I'm there. I am usually racing back into the kitchen because it's spouting, because I thought that's how it
Because
worked.
it's the perfect temp. It's just done.
This is
It's
perfect
finished.
that way. And then I'm taking it off. I let it cool down a bit. I just open the cap. It's adorable. It's tiny. It's like a doll. It's like a doll situation. And then
Do you do a fun voice for it?
I don't,
talking to
but I feel like I could definitely start doing that. I have a lot of voices for my dog, and I could probably start integrating those into my mocha pot, my little mocha boss.
Oh, a little mocha boss. Oh, yeah.
Mocha boss. I love you. Thank you for making me coffee. And then I've got this I got the little ninja. I got the little ninja, and then I just do ice cubes. I do maple syrup. I do your favorite Costco oat milk, and then I just pour over the decaf espresso, and I blend it. And sometimes I do a little chocolate syrup, which is my guilty pleasure. I love
Which
that.
chocolate syrup? Last week's episode, we did chocolate syrups.
Hershey's.
Are you doing? Sorry, you're adding ice to this. You're making a blended frozen drink.
Yeah, the ninja.
I'm loving
Ninja.
this.
Yep.
That's such a good home hack.
How much oat milk?
What a
What are
treat.
your
So
ratios in there with everything?
It's mostly oat milk, so I would say it's like 3 to 1. It's like oat milk is hot in there. It's got a lot.
Sure.
Going. It's a lot of oat milk.
I love it.
But if you're not okay with all that sugar, you can put some water in there.
If we may give a little tea bash tip from last week, we found that Nestle Quick really outshined Hershey's chocolate syrup. So maybe the next time at the store, just for fun, if you want to try.
I am out.
There you go.
Oh,
Just if
this
you want
is
to take
your
someone
time.
new to the dance, just to see what that's like.
Yeah. I have an
Just
update.
saying.
Nope.
I actually have an update on that score because I know this isn't about me right now, but it's Nesquik chocolate syrup is shelf stable. You can just throw it in the cupboard, so it doesn't even
I
take up
appreciate
fridge
that.
space.
I appreciate that. I bought like a organic, like super nice dark chocolate,
You're right.
organic
Nah.
Trader Joe's or whatever, and it went got gross and like. But the thing is, I probably had it for like 5 months, and I was like, I just got it. You know?
How did this happen?
Yeah, I was like, that was a year ago.
Yeah,
Well,
these
that's-
other weird scientific lab creations are should be the weird ones, but
Yeah,
no,
the
we
chocolate
need it.
syrup. It's like, oh, we have a question.
We have a great question. How do we feel? This is from Kim. How do we feel about freezing the oat milk in ice cube trays and adding them to that blend?
Kim, you're a real life genius. That sounds perfect. That sounds amazing. It's just like freezing your bananas, but with the smoothie, right? Like
Yes.
freezing the oat milk, so it's just gonna make it chiller. It's gonna make it more of an ice blended situation. I like
Yeah,
that.
less watered down.
I like that. I do something. I'm bringing up my dog a lot. She's just awesome. But I do freeze like water and meat fat in an ice cube tray, and I give it to my dog as a treat.
Ooh, dog bev
So
profile.
basically, what I'm saying is like I could beat the dog. I could have a treat.
Yes, you deserve that.
Take us through the rest of the day now. What's
Okay.
cooking, getting you through the rest of the day here?
So I am around 5 or 6. I've got to leave the house. So because I do music and I'm at home and I make it at home and I'm usually here, and I go on a walk with my dog, and there's this place called Tabula Rasa, which is near me, and it's a wine bar. And I will take her on a walk there, and I just sit outside, and they have all these natural wines. They have this this wine. It's like a skin contact orange wine that I'm.
Oh, my
super
wife
into
is
right
all
now.
about the skin contact
Oh,
orange wines.
It's
Yeah.
so good. It's
Some of them get
so
funky,
good.
right? Like kind
Some
of.
of them are not good. Some of them are not good. But the
This
ones
one.
that are good are good.
Love this.
Yeah,
Love
so
this.
they have a great wine selection, and I've been really digging the orange. And Kismet has a really good skin contact orange wine. It tastes like pineapple juice, which I love. I love pineapple. So
Awesome.
yeah, any wine that tastes like juice, I'm pretty into.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I don't know the name of it.
Need to get some Manischewitz Grape Concord. Try that out. Try that on for size. It's pretty juicy.
I would enjoy that.
It's considered the juiciest wine.
Quite possibly. So, anything else? Like we're wrapping up a typical day.
Okay.
Any
Let
nightcap
me
before
bring
you're
in
refilling
nighttime.
that,
Let's get intimate.
yeah.
So then at night, I am doing a chamomile tea with honey and oat milk, and then I had this like French press. So I would heat up the oat milk, and then I would pour it in, and then you do a really quick French press up and down, up and down, and down, and it foams it. So it's like you can manually foam your milk.
Whoa.
And then I do a little nutmeg and cinnamon on top of that. And sometimes I'll blend that up, and I'll put like, the Pete Stemets, the mushroom guy. I use his mushrooms. It's like a little. Let me get it. Oh, let me get it. I'm gonna grab it for you guys. 1 sec.
I almost feel like this isn't real, Josh. My mind's blown.
I'm feeling very speechless right now. I don't know why there are questions.
This is
Oh my
like,
God. Look at this.
For Sigmatic.
what are those for? I don't understand.
Ding.
So this has got all your mycelium needs. So it's like turkey tail and like lion's mane and all that stuff.
Hold on. Are we still on beverages? I'm lost. Turkey
Oh,
tails
witch's
and lion's
brew.
mane?
Okay.
This is going in the beverage?
So this mushroom mix is going in the chamomile tea after I brew it. So I'm brewing the tea. What I'll do is I'll put it back in the little blender. You gotta be careful because blending hot drinks can get messy. It can explode.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want it to be too hot.
Why?
Lesson.
Hold on. Wait a second.
I ever dreamed after the ice blended that we would end up here.
With a hot blended.
Yes.
Hot blended.
So,
Yes.
first of all, the chamomile tea, are you steeping it in the French press with your hot oat milk?
I just steep it in the cup. I just steep it in the mug, my little,
That's
I have a
in the
little
mug.
ceramic mug. And then after that's about 3 minutes, I'd say, no more,
Okay.
no less.
Sure.
Then
Very strict.
either I'm blending it or I'll just mix in a scoop of this mushroom mix, and that's sort
And
of like
that has
my immune
lion's
defense.
that has lion's mane and in it. Is that
Lion's
legal
mane,
in the
it's a
States?
mushroom. It's a mushroom.
I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna do this on It's got shaga, reishi, cordyceps, lion's mane, shiitake, maitake, enoki, agaricus, and some other ones.
Wow. And so this is
So-
a powder that dissolves in your tea.
Yes. And some people put it in their coffee in the morning. And when I used to drink like a bigger cup of coffee, like a drip, I would mix that in. But now I do it as my nighttime situation. It's really good for your immune system, apparently. I have no proof
goodness.
of that.
Yeah,
I
everything
use it.
that's said to be doing that has not been working for me. So I might as well try it. That's my thing. Yeah, there's okay. Yeah, there's a lot of mushroom coffee alternatives out there, but this adding it to tea,
Yeah,
the
mushroom
hot oat milk, and
chamomile.
you're frothing it in the French press. You're just kind of going
That's right.
up and down until it's foamed up.
Yes, my mother was making
I'm
fun
loving
of me
this.
because I wanted to buy like a $200 milk foamer because I love steamed milk steamed milk,
Yeah.
and, like frothy milk. I love froth. And
Who
she
doesn't?
was like, in my day, you just had you have to have a French press, and I said, yeah. She said, you can just do it yourself, and she showed me, and I was like,
That's
you're
brilliant.
so wise.
Unbelievable. And
Doesn't need to make fun of you, but I'm glad she shared the tip with you. You know,
Yeah.
that's important.
and one other question with it does sometimes go into the blender?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the last time that happened, it exploded.
It did explode. Okay.
It did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
so this
don't do
is
that.
this is really in beta testing right now. The,
Yeah, I
the
would say
blender
so.
portion.
Maybe
of
just
this.
do a mix.
Holy.
Those you got
okay.
a lot of moving parts there. I think quit while you're ahead. This seems really strong.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah,
is it
we
safe
like
to
this
assume
version.
after this amazing finale, if we can call it that, then you're setting up your little sip of water to get ready for the chug in the morning?
That's right. Full circle. That's right.
Unbelievable. This I gotta say. Listen, we don't want this is a tricky thing to do because sometimes we have people on the show and they're like, my beverage profile is so boring. And there's no such thing as a boring beverage profile. Even if all you drink is water, we find that fascinating. But I
Right.
gotta
Yeah,
say,
that's like extra
That's
crazy,
insane.
right?
Yeah. Like, you're like Christian Bale of beverages.
but I gotta say, your profile, maybe one of my favorites. It just really speaks to me. It's amazing.
Honored.
This is
I thought I had a boring beverage profile until we really started talking, and then I was like, I don't know, but this is good.
This is why we do what we do. You know.
Right? Like I
This is
feel
what we do.
appreciated. I feel seen.
Well, it's that time. I think we should crack into the beverages of the night, so to speak. Oh, real quick,
I'm very excited.
before we do that, your song. What is the name of your song? About
Underbelly.
We've got Underbelly. Wait, I'm gonna put that in the chat now, and I'll do it a couple more times too, so people can click that link.
Thank you, friend.
And then, but what is the song with the graphic of a mug on
Don't want
the
a
artwork?
tea. Don't want a tea.
And is it about tea?
So the lyrics are, I don't really want to talk about it, which probably should have been the title. Let's be honest. Like in the promo, I was like, I made a mistake. But now I feel like it was all worth it because we're talking about it.
That's right. Viral
but-
marketing.
Yeah. It was kind of like the file name for a really long time. And then we're just like, that's it. But Don't Want a Tea is a song about, I don't really want to talk about it. Like the partner at the time was just always wanted to talk about their feelings. And I just wanted to hang out and not do that. And they're, all the kids, they were like, spill the tea, right? Everybody spill the tea.
Yes.
Right? So, I don't really want to talk about it, spill the tea. And so I was like, what would represent that song that's a symbol? And so I chose that teacup. And I don't know if it landed.
Well, it landed here,
but
let me
it
tell
landed
you.
here.
Like a nuclear bomb.
Just it's destroying. It's destroying.
Amazing. Okay, guys. Well, that's amazing, and I want to encourage everybody to check out Joyer's music. It's available on all your streaming services, obviously, and then I just threw the brand new video for Underbelly is in the chat. We'll do that a couple more times, but yeah, go check out Joyer's stuff.
And it's Joyeur on all social media, as you can see in the crawl
Oh,
there.
wait. Stop everything. Randy asked if I'm a good witch or a bad witch.
All right.
It's an excellent question.
This had to do with the mushrooms.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I want to be bad, but like I'm a good witch.
You
know?
seem like a good
I'm a
witch.
good
You
witch.
seem like a good witch.
Yeah. I think I'd be friends with all the munchkins.
Well, let's you guys, let's drink some non-alcoholic IPAs, which
Let's
I'm
do it.
not
What are we
excited about
starting with?
at all. So let's get this over with.
What are we starting with?
Okay, wait. So what do we got?
Yeah, let's see what we got here.
Oh.
I just realized I might need a bottle opener. I didn't. We've got the Lagunitas IPNA. We've got the, what is that? The Well-Being.
Oh.
Boop.
Run wild.
The Run Wild.
Horses.
And
Oh, I like the looks of this. We'll get to
Bravos.
these.
Bravos.
Bravos. Sounds like is that a warrior name?
It does sound like a kind of bad
Yeah.
80s sci-fi name for like a warrior planet or something.
Yeah, or like Greek mythologies.
Bravos.
Now, I'm sorry if I don't remember how this
Lagunitas.
originally. Someone originally mentioned these in a chat on one of our earlier episodes, and Josh did a little hunting on these, and it is unreal, Josh. Right? How many non-alcoholic IPAs
Oh,
are
yeah.
in existence right now, which blows my mind. I don't understand why these exist, but we're going to try them. What have you found out, Josh?
Well, it's funny. I did after we did this selection, of course, found a website called nabeerclub.com, and they rank some of their favorite non-alcoholic IPAs, and you think they would be the voice of the non-alcoholic beer consumer. And only one of the ones we're doing today are in their the 6 beers that they profile.
Oh.
Yeah, I won't even say which one it is just yet.
Yeah, put that. Maybe reveal that in a little bit.
Yes,
Yes.
but there are. I mean, they're coming from everywhere. I mean, the interesting thing that I found out because my big question was like, how do you make these? Because why did these appear all of a sudden? That's what the crazy thing was. We Joe, this is something that comes up a lot since this show started as a podcast several years ago. We took a hiatus, and so we missed a lot of beer or a lot of drink trends, a lot of beverage trends, and this is certainly one of them. Where all of a sudden, what was just O'Doul's before is now a fridge full of stuff at your grocery stores, at your Bevmos, and that kind of thing. It's like in all varieties. You can get like not just IPAs, but like even with these, I limited them to straight up IPAs. There are hazy IPAs and juicy IPAs and all that stuff because
Juicy IPAs.
juicy. They're made the same way as an IPA is.
So they're just stripping it of the, or they don't add, because like you when you make a beer, like you've got like the yeast and the wheat, or that's the
Yes.
same, and then
Yeah.
they're just fermenting it. So and then what do you do with the alcohol?
You have got it. So you're doing the exact same thing, and then you're just basically burning off the alcohol after it's fermented. So
Okay.
yeah, it almost seems really obvious
So you're just
when
like cleaning out the stuff. Okay, cleaning it
Yeah.
out a little bit.
So
so it's like at a low heat. What's your question? Maru?
Interesting.
Well, so my big question, and I actually spoke to a buddy about this last night, is just kind of who do these appeal to? Because it's exploded, right? And I feel like we all knew people that would have an O'Doul's growing up, sort of. And a buddy of mine said, like, "Hey, no, I really liked these when they were dry for a time." But even I don't even understand that use case personally, because I guess I'm not a big fan of beer in general, especially IPAs. So I
Right.
can't imagine myself drinking these just to drink them for the taste. I think there might be something to and my friend was saying this, of like just the kind of effect your body would have of tasting these, and the fermentation and the hops and all that kind of stuff might make you feel a certain way kind of at the end of the night if you wanted to wind down potentially. But I'm curious if there's anyone in the chat that regularly drinks these. What is the appeal of the non-alcoholic beers? Because as we've said, it's exploded.
There's someone who said that they have some in their fridge for when their friends do sober months.
But so even then,
right.
I mean, I guess I don't know. What are your guys' take on that aspect of all of it?
Well, my partner doesn't drink, really, occasionally, but very rarely. So he likes to just have the flavor and kind of feel like he's having a beer. I think he kind of likes the flavor, and so it's an experience,
Yeah.
without having the hangover and all that. And he just does like a simple Bud. I think it's Bud Zero
Sure.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something zero.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, right? All the big beer companies make a non-alcoholic version.
Yeah,
Of theirs.
everybody's starting to. But like, I will say they're available in stores. But like, he keeps saying, he's like, I wish that I could go to a bar and get one.
Oh.
I feel like every bar has at least one.
They're starting to.
NA beer.
They're starting to, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. But then
Yeah.
it's interesting. I feel like it's tougher to find. You can't really find a gluten free non-alcoholic beer. That's a different story.
That's tricky.
That's tricky. That's where it
For
gets
sure.
tricky.
Well,
But,
let's jump
yeah.
into these. What do you think, guys?
Let's do it.
I think so. Or is anyone?
Can
Yeah.
Moto and I maybe like guess which one we think is going to be the best? Because you know the ruling, or you know like.
Well, just what this one
Maybe we
website
can
said.
kinda
Absolutely.
guess what the website says. So it's fact. Okay. Believe whatever you read.
That's a lesson we've all learned in the last year.
Yes.
Joe, you pick first.
Okay. I guess I'm really a sucker. I'm such a sucker for a good cover. Like, I kind of want to say that well-being one, but Lagunitas is like, I mean, they're a reputable beer brewing company. So I'm going to say, I'm not going to go with the looks. I'm going to go with it's the look, it's the brand. The look, I'm going to say Lagunitas.
All right, you're going brand loyal. I'm going straight looks. I like the look of this Bravas can. It appeals to me. I like it.
It is. It's a sexy, sexy design.
So what are we cracking in first? Josh, you want to maybe pick what we're cracking into first?
I think let's start with Joe's pick. Let's go with the Lagunitas, but I'm saying that now I do need to go run and get a bottle opener.
Oh,
I didn't do that.
okay.
So,
I have one here. I wish I could. hand it
Yeah,
to
I got one as well.
Wow,
Josh, why don't
you guys
go
are
grab one?
Okay. And you guys can talk about what you smell.
you. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right, here we go. Let me grab my.
Opening mine. All right. So, they didn't go fancy with the label, but they say IPNA. IPNA.
I don't know what I did with my bottle opener. That seems
What's
odd.
P stand for? Pacific? I forget. Imperial. Is it Pacific?
You guys, this is very exciting. I forgot my bottle opener, but my cooler, can I get this on camera?
Ooh.
Has a built-in bottle opener.
That's
Saves
fucking clever.
the day.
By the gods.
What kind of cooler is it? Was this a random promo item, or is this?
No,
like
I guess this is kind of
All right.
relevant, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
India Pale Ale, right?
Well, I'm sorry, with your name upon it, of course it is. Polar bear.
Polar Bear
Beautiful.
coolers. I love them. Can't recommend them more. Okay, Lagunitas
You're not a
beers.
Yeti
Let me
guy.
get the bev came out of the way
Okay.
here.
So someone had asked, are any of these hazy or juicy? No, none of these. These are all just IPAs. They're all just labeled as IPAs. I don't know what kind of hops they're using
Can
in
I
any
sip
of
it?
these.
Are we waiting?
Yeah, you can. You can
I
definitely
can
sip.
do it? Okay,
I'm
cheers.
pouring my cheers.
guys.
Cheers.
Oh, you're pouring yours
I
into
am.
a
I just
glass.
thought I was
Can we
gonna
get a
look.
shot of that? Let's just... Oh, that's very, very nice.
Okay. Joe, do you normally drink IPAs? Josh, you like IPAs, right?
Not really.
Oh, it's interesting. It's not hoppy. It's like the hops is gone. It's got no hop.
It smells nice.
Yeah.
I like the smell of it. Like,
I'm also going to predict, Joe, that you're right that this will probably be the best one of the night. This seems kind of
Like,
smooth
they know
and
what they're
like
doing. They have a lot of
smooth
money.
and easy.
Yeah, they also just have a lot of money to like mess around. You know what I mean?
I do kind of like
the
this.
SpaceX of beer. I like it.
Yeah,
It's
this is
smooth.
fine. I thought I was going to hate these.
Can I be honest? It doesn't have a lot of flavor.
No, it's kind of like a
not a lot
sparkling
going
water.
Yeah.
So
I kind of wish there was more hops. Can I be? It's not
Yeah.
like IPAs should be pretty hoppy. And I don't know the definition of hoppy, right? Like I'm it's just like the hops, right now. I taste it.
yeah, the
This
bitter.
not
I mean,
so much.
right? I mean,
the
it's
bitterness.
the bitterness, the floralness, all those
Yeah.
things, right? You taste it, kind of tastes like weed a little bit. So this is interesting too. That
Malt.
when you make a non-alcoholic beer, you're adding. Oh, I wanted to find this exact quote that I had read, but basically that a non-alcoholic beer is naturally going to be more bitter, and so that they don't recommend, like, this is, I found this on a homebrew website. They recommend, like, if you're trying, like, to not use an IPA recipe to make a beer like this, that you want to actually, like, have the amount, as in cut in half the amount of hops that you might use for it because they're just naturally going to be more more bitter. So I wonder if there was just like an element of just like, oh, we're kind of making this by accident, just
Right.
trying to make a non-alcoholic Lagunitas and so maybe I wonder if maybe any of these aren't going to come up as like
As hoppy,
particularly like
because
hoppy.
They don't have. They have half the amount. Right.
Now,
Is that what you said?
from your
Right.
memories, guys, because every time I have an IPA, I'm like, I don't like IPAs, so I don't ever drink them. Does this have an IPA-ness to it, would you guys say? Or does it just
Again-
taste like beer?
Again, that hoppiness of the IPA, that's such a defining characteristic. So I feel no.
Yeah, so bubbly. Also, something else about making NA beers. They're either going to, you can add yeast. The process of burning off the alcohol kills the yeast that's naturally fermenting the beer. So if you want it to be naturally effervescent, you have to add more yeast when
Oh.
you're bottling it, basically, right in that final stage before you bottle it. Or you can do like forced carbonation, which is what most non-alcoholic beers are doing, right? Where it's basically is making it carbonated water. They're just adding CO2 to the liquid when it's done. And that's what I'm getting off of this vibe. This reminds me
Interesting.
of a sparkling water. Do you know what I'm saying? But like tastes like beer.
Yes.
So I don't find it to be very IPA-ish, but it does. I like it though.
Yeah, it's almost like I want to circle back on what we were saying before of me saying like I just don't get it. If I was at like a barbecue and I kind of didn't really feel like drinking and one of these was in the cooler, I think
Right.
now I might grab it because I can kind of get the like vibe. It's a summer day. Maybe I'm having a burger off the grill that it would kind of just it would feel nice with this maybe. I'm not opposed to it now.
And it has it's kind of like scratching the itch of like what I call a barbecue beer, you know, like having a
Right.
high life or something, like where you do
Yeah.
just kind of want something easy going, where like IPAs in the cooler are like an intense, you're just like, this thing could just kind of knock you out for the rest
Right.
of the day.
Exactly.
Fill you up.
Exactly. It's like also IPAs happen to they usually have like a higher alcohol content. So like you're having 7%, 9%.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
that's gonna knock you out.
Josh,
So-
did you find that in yours looking at the this section at the grocery stores and Bevmos and whatnot, of the non-alcoholic varieties in general, is IPAs the most common?
It seemed like it. Yeah. I think so, which makes sense too, right? Because that's kind of such a big segment of the craft brew market that it makes sense that those same places are like, oh yeah, we should make a non-alcoholic version of this.
Right.
Got it.
But
Well,
there were sours, stouts,
It's
all
so
of it.
inclusive. I love that. It's so
Yeah.
inclusive.
Should we drink? We're gonna crack this one next.
Yeah, let's
A
move into the
well-being.
well-being. This is
Okay.
kind of a
And we don't need palate cleansers for beer, right? That's what
Doesn't
was
seem like it. I'm drinking out of the cup. I have some water on hand.
shout out Chris Farron in
Do you
the
have a
cup.
spit cup?
No. Previous guest of the show, Chris Farron, made a promotional cup for his new album, and
Oh, that's so
I've been-
cute.
drinking water out of it.
I love that.
Well-being. So this one from the Show Me State of Missouri.
Heyo, my show me state, love it.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. Already out of the
This is
glass.
just beautiful. I feel bad for not choosing you.
The smell on this, I don't
Award-winning.
know if it's the can or what, but this has more of a odor on it for me. I'm just gonna say odor.
You're right. Oh, I should also say these are also lower calorically.
Apricot, is it?
I do. I smell like a cider kind of thing, doesn't it?
It's apricot.
No.
Dang.
I love it.
No, you don't.
I really like this.
Gurg.
But you don't like so you don't like IPAs, right?
Who,
Roro?
me?
Yeah, I don't. No.
So that's why you don't like this. This is more of an IPA style taste.
This
right?
does almost feels boozy to me. Like this makes me feel like I'm actually drinking beer, which I guess if that's what you were after,
Right.
maybe this would appeal to you.
Whatever the
but-
intention is, and this is intentionally brewed.
God. Wow, I don't like the aftertaste on this. I don't like the before taste of smell of this. I don't like any of it.
I really like it. I feel like I'm actually drinking an IPA, and maybe it's because I am an alcohol drinker, and it just reminds me of that experience. But then I don't have to get hungover and tie because I get tired after one drink.
Wow.
You know.
I kind of want to move right along to the next one, and then we can circle
Okay.
back if that's okay, guys.
I will say, pouring these out in the glass,
Absolutely.
this one has more of like a head on it. Like
Oh,
it's-
can you
that's-
pull? Can we
Okay, that's
see that?
interesting. We're not.
You can
getting
kind of.
that
I'm trying
a
to
little
show
bit.
it without spilling on my laptop, but you can kind of see how that's got a little bit of
Yes.
smooth on there. Where this one looks like apple juice now. Where are we?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
We've got a lot of IPA lovers in the chat.
Oh yeah, we certainly do. I don't think it's weird. Lungtrug says I'm the weird one who searches out the IPA at the bar. I don't think
That's not
you're-
weird at all.
I think you're in
Just
the
love that
majority. I think
Yeah.
that is it's a good thing. The one thing that's cool is they seem to. My understanding is they're easier to make, and so and they're like
These are easier to make. It seems like
an
more
IPA,
steps.
not the non-alcoholic one, but a regular IPA. Because you can kind of like they're not as fussy. Like it's harder to make like a pilsner because it's like you got to be very dialed in because there's so
A pilsner
few.
is more of a blonde.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I love a blonde beer.
Yeah. So wait, what are we doing? Run Wild.
Okay.
Let's do Run Wild.
Brew,
This
and
is
you guys, I just want to brew without compromise, which I like. The other one was intentional. These are like ethically. I feel like there's like an ethos to these. Beers.
It feels like it, but also is it? Do these words mean anything? You know, is it a little?
2% of all sales go to restoring local trails. They got a little rhyme.
Oh, that's nice.
Did they
I
mean for
like
that?
this can. This can appeals to me as well. This
And I mean,
can I would be nervous about having at like in a cooler that like kids might grab this
Oh, yeah.
can, thinking
they'd be
it was
"That
like a
looks
sparkling water or
delicious."
something.
Exactly.
These are all under 0.5%. So it'd be all right.
Oh, so there's a percentage of alcohol.
There is.
Ooh.
Because it started with alcohol. You can't get it all out.
This has the worst smell to my nose so far.
You're gonna like the bland one the most.
Any
Does
thoughts on the smell?
Smells like weed.
I-
Smells like weed.
Like a little skunky. It smells a little bit,
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
yeasty. I gotta say, a little like ass.
Little assy, little yeasty. This doesn't do it for me. It's like the well-being had a fruity flavor that I appreciated. Oh my god, Andy is suffering.
This is different. This is I'm so surprised how different these three are so far.
I'm amazed.
Yes, that is actually quite.
Wow.
The differences are quite notable.
Not one of these has the body of an IPA, and that's just got to come from the booze, right? Like they don't
Right.
have the heft.
Yeah, that makes
Right.
sense.
I will say the well-being is the closest to the IPA body, if you will. In my humble opinion, I love.
Sorry,
Share
Joe, which
100
one?
Little assy, the well-being. But
well-being, yeah,
that's
yeah.
my favorite, as you know.
I feel like this one's to me is the closest so far. Also getting some decent head on this one too,
Do you have
and a little
color
cloudy
wise?
too.
Is there a difference in the color?
Yeah, you can see this
it's
one's a little
darker.
darker, a little cloudier. I think.
Yeah.
So
Is
this
a
is
hazy?
the well.
Is a hazy IPA cloudy? Is that why it's called?
I actually
hazy?
don't know. I feel like I've only ever drank them in a can. I think
really-
it has more to do with the hops.
It's really interesting if you do a smell circle around these.
Oh,
This new
should we
one
do-
is
Should we do a smell circle?
bad.
Which one?
Ooh. Not the login. It smells a little funky.
It does. Does it smell a little musty? Does yours also?
Yeah, it smells
Oh, I
like,
can
ooh,
maybe
that
see
went
that.
bad. That went bad in the 5 minutes. Still delicious. The well-being, fruity as ever.
I like the fruity smell. I'm not liking the bitter taste. It tastes like a sour or like a goes to me or something. Like one of those kinds of things. Should we fuck with this Bravus?
Yeah, this is what I'm putting my money on.
It looks like for anyone who's calorie conscious out there, the Athletic Brewing, true to their name, seems to be the lowest. Lagunitas has 80 cals. The Well-Being,
Oh, right. We haven't
Has-
discussed the caloric intake.
97 per 12 ounce, and this is a tall a tall
boy.
person can. And the Athletic Brewing, I think it's at a 65.
How would you describe this graphic
Bravos.
design on the Bravas? It's like modern but also vintage at the same time to me.
Yes.
Anybody in the comments? There's got to be a name for that.
Yeah. Where's our graphic design people? We need you.
It's
for
like
more
the
than
mid.
just
It's like
this.
the mid-century modern of graphics. It feels like. It feels very
Bold.
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 This smells very malty to me.
Okay, let me have a sniff here.
And so this, I remember reading, maybe it was on the box. Oh no, maybe it's right here on the can. Bravas became North America's first brewery dedicated solely to the production of non-alcoholic craft beer.
Well, you might be right.
Oh,
Roro.
they went
This
all
might be
in.
The one.
They went all in.
They went all
Like,
in.
This might be the one. This tastes the most like beer to me.
This
It's
tastes
like
the
an
most
IPA.
like a can to me. Does
Very
that make
light.
any sense?
Very light and bubbly. I'm trying to get the light in here. Yeah, see, there you go. That's like a pretty authentic look at the color. Very
Oh.
light,
Yeah.
very bubbly.
The aftertaste is horrible on this one.
Yeah,
Horrible.
aftertaste. But you just don't like IPAs. You hate it. It's
Again, though, this one so different from the other ones. We have 4 completely different beasts here. I'm saying.
this
Yes.
is bitter. This is
Thi-
very
Very, very. And the malt thing is kicking in there. What, did we drink like a malt flavored soda one time?
I don't know.
Does that sound familiar?
What can we do? What is malt? Like, what is a malt? Is that just barrel brewed in the barrel?
Malt
In a
is a
barrel?
sugar. Isn't it like wheat sugar or something like that? It's a.
I feel like you
I'll
guys
look it
need
up. We
like
should
a
know
really
this
like a
stuff.
specialist who pops in and is like malt is a blah, blah, blah,
I
Yeah.
know.
you know.
Absolutely.
But they like wear suspenders and like they have a monocle maybe.
All right, let's
Barley
do-
or other grain that has been steeped, germinated, and dried, used for brewing or distilling and vinegar making.
This one to me tastes like they were like, we were running a little low on water, and they're like, well, just grab that dirty dishwater.
Wow.
Does that make
Wow,
sense?
how far has Bravos
They're
fallen?
sustainable.
Your looks let me down.
Oof.
Can't judge a book by its cover. Let's circle back.
I mean, if I could, I judged a book off the cover there, and I think the well-being is definitely the best.
Let's go.
I like this. I like this suggestion before we dive in.
What do we
We
got?
need
Yeah.
2 ratings. What each person likes best to first, and what was the most IPA to the
Okay.
least IPA.
Let's do a quick. I got to circle back a little bit. Everybody, circle back. Do your thing for a minute,
Okay.
and then we'll reveal our thoughts.
Absolutely not.
Well-being was the second one we drank.
Yeah. Oh God. These seem boozy to me. I will say that. Like, do you kind of feel like, oh, I'm drinking a little like that? I almost feel like
Yeah,
I have
have that
on the
bad
verge of a
buzz.
buzz. It must all be psychosomatic or whatever.
It could
That's why I feel like
be.
this is a good option. You don't want a hangover.
Oh my
You still kind of want to be mad at yourself.
good God.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the Bravos, to be honest.
That's their new slogan. To be honest,
This is
Bravos?
this is really hard for me, by the way.
It's fucking weird.
All right. So.
Okay. Wow. All right. I want Josh. I want you to go first.
Which one should I do first? My
I
likes
think-
or the most IPA?
I want you to do
like?
your likes and then the IPAs.
Huh.
Oh my.
I think. I think I got to take a sip out of the can.
The can, I should have done what you did with the glass. Would have been better.
Okay. So I don't know if this is complete bias based on I think the order in which we drank them is my favorite. I think that they got worse as time went on.
Okay.
The Lagunitas felt the most like drinkable and refreshing, and still gave me whispers of an IPA.
Whisper.
The well-being at first too bitter. Upon circling back, I'm hearing what Joe's saying. I think that it's got some complexity to it. And then the next one, the Athletic Brewing, it tastes just funky, and I don't know if that's good. And the Bravas is just like incorrect. It feels like it is not what is shit. So I mean, I think
Which is so sad because that's what they do. They do that.
Right. This is their whole bag, and this is their IPA, right? Like it should be the thing that just makes you, because you can also make an IPA beer that's basically a hop. You can flavor other beers with hops just by steeping them like tea in the beer. So you can add the flavor of hops to so much with ease. It feels like this is really completely missing the mark. So that one goes forth for me. And I think the only thing I might switch is, shit. I feel like the most IPA, it still might be, I think the Lagunitas hits right out of the gate, but I do think the well-being
Is more IPA.
is more IPA-ish.
I think let me go next because I feel like
Interesting.
Joe is going to really throw us all for something here. So let me go next. Josh, I'm with you completely top to bottom. How we drank them is how I would rate them as well. Lagunitas, I'm grabbing that at the barbecue. Well-being, surprisingly, grew on me a little bit once I started circling back because the Run Wild, just kind of funky, as you mentioned. And the Bravas is going to make me puke. I hate it that much.
Yeah.
Now, as far as
Yeah.
the most IPA-y of them, I'm going to take both of your leads from earlier and what your lead just now, Josh. I guess I'll say that Well-Being is the most IPA. And then I would go Run Wild, Bravas, and put Lagunitas at the bottom.
Lagunitas
Interesting.
At the bottom.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, because you like it
doesn't
the
seem like an
most.
IPA to me.
Yeah.
So, Joe, what tell us where you're at.
It's interesting because things are ever changing on my end. I feel like every sip is a whole new world, you know? It's different than the last. So it's a little confusing, I want to say. But I disagree with the Lagunitas statement. I think it just tastes like water that they threw little hops in. I think it's I don't know. It doesn't taste like beer to me. So I wouldn't call it a non-alcoholic beer. It's like a hoppy,
I like this. Okay.
carbonated water, if
Okay.
you will, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
Bravas was wrong, and I
Stricken.
it's not good, and I wish them the best.
I'd like to see someone pull just that clip, Bravas was wrong, that has like maybe a grudge against the owner of Bravas and just send that to them.
They play that as like
But you know what? Hold on. Let's
Shareholders
just give it,
meeting.
I'm just gonna give it one more try.
Just spits it out everywhere.
I ruined my mic for this.
And I'm gonna hold on to that thought because I'm gonna circle back. I actually the Run Wild. I think it's a mild, pretty truly IPA-ish beer. I think it's delicious. I like it. It's grown on me. Like this feels mild as a non-alcoholic IPA, whereas the Lagunitas feels mild as like sparkling water with hops in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's why I appreciate the Run Wild. It
Yeah.
actually feels like a non-alcoholic IPA. I would grab this at the barbecue if we're going,
Do it.
anecdotal.
Yeah.
And then last, but certainly not least for me, is the Well-Being. And this is no surprise because I feel like I've been singing its praises for the whole round. Well-Being just had the floral IPA bite, and it to me is just really like I think I couldn't have the whole can. I will say that it's heavy.
It's too big.
But again, that's true to an IPA. Like you feel like when if you have a beer on an empty stomach, you're like, I don't need to eat anything. Also, don't do that. You know, I'm not recommending
Do
that.
it, but it is what happens.
But that's what happens. And so I will say, well-being was my favorite, and then I think the least favorite, was the Bravos. But I'm gonna go in order. I'm going from favorite to least favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, well-being, then Run Wild, then Bravos, and then Lagunitas. That's my least. That's
Not
right at
too
the
far
end.
off from us, though. You really just took the Lagunitas and threw it down to the bottom is all.
No, just carry.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and then I will say what feels the most true to an IPA profile. It's a pretty close. It's not a tie, but it's pretty close between the Bravos and the Well-Being.
The
But
Bravos?
I'm actually gonna say the Bravos is the closest because I really don't like it, and I don't like IPAs. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay,
Why not?
Yeah. Wow.
that's how I feel.
I will say in the glass, I think I was saying this before, that you're right that Athletic looks like it. It looks in kind of in the glass like an IPA and
Right.
is pretty similar. Anyway, if
Yeah.
you guys want to know, the only one that ended up on NA Beer Club's best non-alcoholic IPAs
That's right. That's right.
was the Run Wild.
I told you that was my number 2.
That was
Wow.
That was my number 2. It's pretty good.
it's pretty good. Buy it now. By the way, people have asked previously about cost on these things.
Yeah.
It's not letting me fucking read the thing. These cost as much as a 6-pack of beer, like a nice 6-pack of beer. These were, these were $10 to $12 a 6-pack, or what? And the well-being ones came as a 4-pack. So that's pretty comparable to any, any like craft beer 6-pack, other than really like specialty things. You're gonna find out
specialty
there.
beers are going to be
Yes.
14, 16 for a 6-pack.
Yeah. So, but that's also like it means unless you're really seeking this out, I don't know. I still don't know the use case. I think that is still the thing that's tricky to me.
If you are throwing a barbecue, it might be a nice thing to have in the cooler for people.
Sure.
Although a
At a
little
baby
tricky
shower.
because you don't want someone to accidentally grab them. This is tricky.
Yeah. I think you could put this with the beers and just say, I've got some non-alcoholic trickled in. Be careful. You know.
I would put this in a
roll the
separate
dice.
cooler with a very big sign. In a more awkward spot
Right,
at the
right.
barbecue.
Just like ostracize the sobers,
Wow.
Put 'em to the side.
There you go.
Well, that was
Yeah.
what a ride. It ended how I thought. Where I don't ever need to buy these, but I like the
I would
Lagunitas. It was
go
okay.
for the well-being. I think it's tasty.
All right. Does Well-Being make a alcoholic brew?
Oh yeah, I would be curious.
You might want to try that out.
Yeah, Josh, do you know that?
I don't know. It looks like most of these are.
Exclusively non-alcoholic.
It does seem that way.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like if you're gonna go for it,
Yeah.
like if you're gonna go cannabis, you're gonna go weed, you're gonna go non-alcoholic, you're gonna go alcoholic.
That's right.
You make your choice. Again, but I'm really circling back to this well-being, so that makes me happy. I have
So,
a beer fridge for barbecues, and Top Shelf is known as the non-alcoholic shelf.
Oh,
This
that's
guy's
a hot tip.
thoughtful. Yeah,
That's great.
just thoughtful guy.
Well,
so now also another thing to note is that only the Bravos and maybe the Athletic Brewing are not. Sorry, I'm getting burpy now, so that's all
so
lining up.
so
That these are okay. Only the Bravos and the Athletic are actual brews. The other two are back to shout out to our listener who's in beverage compliance, malt beverages.
interesting.
They're probably doing the forced carbonation thing. It means they're using malt and not sugar? Is there
Oh, I see.
Okay.
food for the yeast?
Okay.
Anyway,
This
interesting.
This is so educational, you guys.
We're all learning.
Whew. All right, gang. Let's move on from those IPAs. You know who I want to check in on real quick?
Oh yeah, it's not too late.
Oh my god.
Hey, this is a new angle.
Where are they? So can you give me a backstory on the duckies?
Yeah, well, Josh has a duck named Mr. Snackers, and this is the ducky daycare that Mr. Snackers is at.
Yeah,
Oh.
my landlady does not welcome ducks. It's not part of the lease. Can have cats,
Oh,
no ducks.
So your duck is hanging out here for a little bit?
Yeah, and
And you
just
have a
when checking in on the
duck.
show, there's there's Mr. Snackers. There's waggling around.
Wait, which one's Snackers? The one in the water just
Right
chilling?
back there, just wiggling. Wait, right
That one
there,
back there. Do you see it, Joe? The one back there, over there?
Oh, to the
dipping
left
into the
corner?
thing, right by the pool.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there
Oh,
you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
So,
Oh my god. Snackers. How did this come about? How did you get a duck?
how did this happen?
They
feel
find
like-
you, you know? It's kind of like a dog sometimes, you know? Ducks find you. Oh, look how cute these
Oh
guys
my
are.
gosh, I want that one. Is it wrong to say that? I don't know.
Oh,
We got to
sure
hit
that-
this live cam. I love this
Wow.
live cam.
I've been wanting to get my dog a live cam.
This is the best
I just feel
angle.
if she sleeps too much. This would be.
Oh yeah, you got to get one of those. I wish this one had like that dog cam that can fire treats. I'd like that for the ducks, but I think it might be a little too high octane. It might take
You put a
away-
little like watermelon water out there for
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Snackers. He go bonkers.
A
These
little
guys go ham on
Waterloo.
watermelon. Oh yeah.
Little
do you
Ooh,
think
little
a duck
watermelon
would
Waterloo. Actually, I don't think Mr. Snackers would like the bubbles.
Oh yeah, that could make them
They
explode.
would like explode or something.
Yeah, that doesn't seem good.
We don't want to.
Also,
Okay.
like I'm just thinking about like the pellet, like the treat shooter. You know.
Yeah.
Seems like seems a little frightening.
I feel like
animals.
ducks would either then just sit there, but like put their mouths over it, just be like, "Gaw," or and just
Or
sit there
hide
all
in a
day.
corner away
Right.
from them.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Goodbye,
Do we-
Mr.
wait,
Snackers.
Do we know what ducks drink? I'm just curious since we're talking about
Water
bevies.
mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly water, pineapple juice.
Which we now know is not all that boring. Like that takes discipline.
Very true.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
They're
so
pretty special.
before we wrap up, guys, I have one other thing that I want to share with you guys. So we've talked about coffee alternatives, right? And we want to do another reboot of coffee alternatives because the last time we did it was about 5 years ago, and this thing Mud has infiltrated. You guys have probably gotten the ads on YouTube. One of these ads popped up for me today, and I found myself almost angry watching it. And I don't know if I found the exact ad because this looks to be a longer video, but I want to watch this video. So let's watch it, and then we can talk about it afterwards. But it's just getting me riled up for some reason. Okay, guys? Let me get this queued up.
I'm intrigued. What's riling you up?
I know, I haven't seen this, so. 3 minutes. That's making me mad.
I'm pretty exhausted. I started Mudwater in May of 2018, and this is our first product. It's a coffee alternative. I was addicted to caffeine, and I needed to make a shift, and people have really responded. In just over 3 years, we've shipped out over 1 million orders. It's been exhilarating. But the stress can be kind of overwhelming. Until recently, our office was literally just my house. And I have a tough time giving myself permission to rest. But I don't think this is just my problem.
He's writing Sleep When You're Dead for those that aren't watching.
Hustle culture has sold us on the idea that sleep is for the lazy. And this has resulted in a lot of us sacrificing our health, creativity,
I'm going to pause just for a second. Is anyone else getting angry watching this, or am I alone?
I don't. I don't love them stepping up to the canvas with his
Is this the
Krylon
longest
can.
commercial that's ever been?
I don't this. So I saw, I think, a shorter version. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna just keep going. Just keep sipping on this, I guess.
I do have something to say.
And emotional well-being. For what?
Good.
1 in 3 Americans are chronically sleep deprived. But instead of sleeping, we turn to caffeine, a drug that fucks up our sleep. If you plot the rise in coffee shops and rise in sleep deprivation, the lines are very similar. And while selling an addictive substance is a
That's a big claim right there.
He's
Shots
basic.
fired.
He's basically Basquiat. I love him though, including that hard science in there by drawing the jagged line up. You know.
The correlations.
I'd like to. I would have rather seen like some real graphs instead of his, graffiti street art graph.
You didn't appreciate the squiggle?
beautiful business model for the energy drinks of the world, nature hardwired us to shut down for 1/3 of the day. Sleep is a feature, not a bug. You know it's a problem when the Guinness World Records, that big book that celebrates the highest
I'm familiar.
free fall parachute jump and the most live rattlesnakes held in a mouth, has stopped recognizing attempts to break the sleep deprivation record.
This whole angle.
The longest YouTube ad I've ever seen.
And
'Cause
this
they
all
deem
that.
it-
Sorry, I'm sorry. This line here really sounds like a bad book report. Like Webster's Dictionary defines perseverance as.
Like they were at a conference table and the guy was like, and check it out. Guinness Book of World Records, you can't even do a long sleep deprivation contest. So it's like, that's good for our mud, you know?
Right. People are
Too
dying.
dangerous. I started Mudwater to create a new morning ritual. And the best morning ritual starts the night before. Sleep needs a rebrand. And we're ready to do our part. With no caffeine, the Mudwater Rest Blend combines rooibos masala chai with turmeric, cinnamon, turkey tail,
Shout out Turkey.
Turkey
Tail.
Tail.
Shout out Turkey.
reishi, passion flower, valerian root, ashwagandha, and chamomile, supporting your immune system,
Chamomile.
Sleep. Valerian root's gonna put you right out.
calm, relaxed
In
mind,
the morning.
and helping with stress. If you'd like to try rest, we'd love that. But if you just want to rethink your relationship to sleep, we back that too.
Wait. No.
We're here to support your evening ritual, whatever that might be.
Did he paint all of that on the same canvas?
He sure did. He's a
I
master.
mean, I will say that he's a pretty good artist. Very good artist.
I think that's why he wanted to make this video, is
I
to
think he's just selling the artwork.
so you'd see that.
Yeah,
and be
because he was
"Oh,
like, if you want to buy the Mudwater, like, sure, like we like that. But if you want to like buy this painting for $50,000, I would like that too.
We're cool with that too.
We're cool with that too.
We'll be
Hey, if you
auctioning
wanna
this
give me
painting
some
off.
money-
So here's a question, Joe.
Hmm.
Now, did you feel targeted
Do I feel
in this
attacked?
ad?
Yes.
He's drinking out of a mason jar. He's got a milk frother. He's got chamomile and turkey tail
Oh God.
in
I
his
feel
nighttime blend.
Did you mean triggered or targeted?
I feel a little bit of it. I feel attacked.
I think targeted because yes.
I feel attacked because first of all, I'm a coffee drinker, so he's basically telling me that I'm like
You're
I
fucking
have
up.
I have a problem, and also I don't. Also, he's kind of giving me bad name. He's got the mason jar and the turkey tail, and I feel a little too close to Mudwater guy. But I'm gonna be honest, I've had Mudwater, and
Careful.
I'm just such a coffee person. It's hard for me. I love it so much. I'm just like, oh, it's kind of coffee, but it's not. So, more
Yeah.
power to people who want to drink it. But I love
coffee in the morning. It's like I literally, I've said this to my partner before going to bed, being like, I've actually said out loud, I can't wait to drink coffee tomorrow. That's how much I love coffee.
That is so good.
It's difficult for me to support any alternative, but
Can we watch one more video? Because I'm seeing a headline on the official Mudwater page that is feels really clickbaity, and I need to click it.
Yes, you gotta click it.
This guy's, I just don't like his whole Silicon Valley energy. I'm just going to say that. He's got very just like CEO vibes, and I don't appreciate it.
The name of this video is Mudwater co-founder caught in scandal. Yet this is an official video. Are you guys ready?
No.
If you follow Mudwater, you've probably seen our founder Shane. He paints, does handstands, and never ever drinks coffee anymore. This is a message from Paul, our other founder, who was recently involved in a scandal again.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's the founder of Mudwater. Aren't you drinking? What is that? Is that coffee? What are you drinking? You're drinking a coffee.
Is this real?
The fuck's
No.
Is this real TMZ footage
No,
of
it's
him?
TZM. It says TZM in the
Oh
corner.
my, these motherfuckers.
They got you. You got
God.
clickbaited.
Damn it.
It's coffee. He drinks coffee.
No, it's Mudwater.
This is our formal apology.
Hello, my name is Paul. As the co-founder of a successful, growing company called Mudwater, I'd like to humbly apologize.
I want to dress
5 days
Paul.
ago, I lawfully
It's
entered
underwear.
into a Circle K to splurge on 2 potluck Thanksgiving scratch-offs, with a chance to win up to $425 each. One bad decision led to another, and I found myself drawn into an old addiction: coffee. I've shamed my product, which is a coffee alternative. I've shamed my company, which is a coffee alternative company. Most importantly, I've shamed this guy.
Where's his pen?
Caffeine is the most widely used psychoactive substance in the world, and it is highly addictive. Coffee is alluring, offering a quick fix. I'm well aware of what happens when I relapse. Poor sleep leads to more coffee. Then the withdrawal cycle begins. My energy crashes midday, and my girlfriend asks me, "Why are you being such an anxious cocksucker?" Repeat that forever. Thankfully, Mudwater always welcomes me back, and we extend that invitation to everyone. Adopting positive new habits can be challenging, but it can start as simple as something warm you can do this with.
How is this the same company making this is completely opposite types of branding. They're like just throwing stuff at the wall. I'm
just
upset. I'm
also,
angry.
Once again, feel attacked. They're like, "Do you still drink coffee, you piece of shit?"
Yeah, I don't like it.
Gosh.
Ew.
Yeah.
Mudwater, you got a lot to live up to. We're coming for you.
Oh,
I-
man.
I don't like it.
This
I
person
feel
asked, Kim asks, is this a daytime or nighttime? I think it's both.
Yeah, it shouldn't. I feel like they should be embracing it as like, if I was advising them, I would say, you say it's all right. You can have some coffee. This is going to help you have less coffee. That would be the thing.
Not like you're a piece of shit if you have any coffee, but
Yeah.
we're not the only thing you drink.
And also, why not? This is what I would do. I would say, like, hey, here's this thing. It's like coffee, but it doesn't have caffeine, so you don't have that whole thing. And guess what? It has all these other things that are good for you, and you're going to love this thing. But I'm getting none of that. I don't know if any of that shit's good for you. It sounds like it's a ton of ingredients. I don't know.
Too many ingredients.
It's too many ingredients. Is
And he won't
and that's
eat
not why
or-
you're angry, though. You're
And he
angry
won't drink
because-
anything with more than 3 ingredients.
Oh,
I'm upset. Okay, I'm sorry.
Naturalist, minimalist.
You know
That's
what? We don't mean to end on such a low note. Let's end
But
on a
you
high
did.
note. Because I gotta say, Joyeur, this was a blast. You blew our
I had
minds in the
so
beverage
much
profile.
fun. I had so much fun. Who knew? Who knew we had so much talked about regarding beverages? I had some hot sauces ready. I want to show you them real quick before we go. Maybe we can end on that.
Why
We're in
not?
the right. You're in the right spot because
Sometimes.
we sometimes talk about hot
Can we-
sauce, so this
Can
is
we end on some
perfect.
spicy? Can we end on a spicy note? Okay, real quick.
Please.
So, as I was telling you before we were on camera, I recently was introduced to these hot sauces called Charman. I was at a friend's barbecue and this guy's called a pepperhead. I don't know if you know that term, but he's a pepperhead. Like he grows
Big Chili Peppers
scorpion
fan, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, huge. He grows scorpion peppers. He grows like
Whoa.
all these crazy things in his garden. Excuse me. It's the IPA.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave me this one called Faya Berry. And it's
There we
So
go.
it's
Ooh, I like
Faya
it.
Berry.
I like the art.
Charmin. And it has scorpion peppers and strawberry.
Oh shit.
And what else? Oh, so it's
What have you tried it
strawberry
on?
preserves. So I tried it on goat cheese, which is really, really good. It has red wine vinegar. Okay, that's what they. So goat cheese, and then just any other like meat, meats and cheeses. It's really good on because the strawberry goes really well with cheeses. Then, okay, we've got the original, which is this like fireman.
Oh.
But this is sold in Ojai at this really cute farmer's market stand.
And was the
So-
Pepperhead, I'm sorry, did the Pepperhead make these or just know of these?
So he knew of Fireberry, and then we went up to Ojai, and he had told us about this guy who has like a little stand he sells these hot sauces at. And so
Oh, you went with just like a hot sauce freak who was like, we got to go get this.
exactly.
Oh, I
Yes,
love
we had
this.
had it at his house, and then he was up there in Ojai with us. And then this is the picante, and it's the got a little owl.
Oh, it's got an owl on there.
Devilish owl. And then this is crazy. Jalapenos, water, vinegar, pumpkin, onion, orange juice, concentrate, salt, garlic, ground chilies, annatto, and spices. No preservatives, no added sugars. It's pretty legit. Check it out, Charman.
Charmin.
He's like
That's-
dope. I really
pretty
love
great.
the art. I'm
But I'm
here for
also a
it.
huge Frank's fan. That's I'm a big
I
Frank's
fuck with
girl.
the Franks.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
I've been
so-
having a lot of, I like to do some just roasted cauliflower lately and have just a
love
dish of
cauliflower.
Franks next to me to dip it in. Ooh,
Oh.
delicious.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Frank's is what I love putting on chicken, or like I make a breaded chicken and I put the Frank's on that.
That sounds
Amazing.
great.
I'm still
Well-
into my well-being.
Joe, thank you
Interesting.
so much for coming on. Everybody can go check out Joe's brand new video, Underbelly. We're going to put that link in the chat again. But also just go follow Joe at It's Joyeur on all the different social media.
Yes.
Go follow on Spotify, Apple Music. Just start streaming those jams.
Yes, with lots of new music coming.
Thank you, friends. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh,
And
thank you for being
I'm
here.
a fan. You have a fan in me. I'm loving this. I'm gonna be a beverage head.
Oh,
Totally beverage and hot sauce head. I love it.
Oh my God, we
This
got a
is
new
so
Bev head
fun.
on our hands. This is
We
what more could we dream for?
I don't know. But
We're getting. Does Joyeur get in on Brian's question?
Oh my gosh. Oh,
keeping
my
us honest
gosh.
out here.
This is so embarrassing, and thank you, Randy, for holding us accountable. How embarrassing. Jojo, I got to find it real quick.
I got it.
was it?
You got it. Okay.
Brian.
So when we started the show, in its first podcast iteration, my brother-in-law, Brian, sent us a list of 100 questions, and every week we would answer one of those questions. We got through that list, and as we just rebooted the show, he has sent us another enormous batch of questions, and
Good
so
guy.
we're going to do this week's question here.
Okay, let's do it.
Thank you so much, Randy.
Why alkaline water? pH levels? I think it's bullshit. My mom had I think it was alkaline water. My parents had this alkaline water dispenser that was just exorbitantly, offensively expensive, and it made me so thirsty.
drinking that water.
Oh.
Whenever I would stay with them and I would only drink their water, I swear I was more thirsty. I had like dry lips. I don't think it's good.
Did it taste different at all?
It tastes like thicker.
Yeah, that makes sense to me for some reason. I don't know why, but I believe you.
But they say it's good for your pH levels, but it's like it doesn't. Excuse me, the pH doesn't last that long, like the levels. So like, especially if you're buying like why alkaline water, it's more like why not? Why not? Why not? Like don't do it. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. I got that. Why alkaline water? I would say don't do it. It doesn't last in a bottle, so you can't bottle it. So once you put it in a bottle, it's like no longer alkaline water anyways. That's
Really?
bullshit.
That's
So the bottled
interesting.
ones that they sell at the grocery store are total bullshit.
I think so. Yeah, that's from what I've read. But I don't know. I think it's just like it's a trend. It's like kale, you know.
Yeah, this sounds worse, more devious than kale.
Yeah, there are people who spend like thousands and thousands of dollars on these.
Yeah, on a
dispensers or
system,
these,
right?
like,
Or going to the
infiltrations,
stores to
yeah.
get it, and wow.
I think like if you're, I've got a Brita, you know, like
Yeah.
I tried getting a pretty Brita that had like a wooden handle on it, and then that just broke, and I was like, I'm just gonna go Brita.
Oh, I think I had that thing, but it wasn't Brita. Maybe was it like a different?
It wasn't, and then you couldn't clean it, and then it was just gross. And
I had that
it's
thing.
nasty.
Yeah. Just go Brita.
Go
Yeah.
Brita.
Go get your
Try
Brita
it.
at
Go
Costco
home.
that comes with the filters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drink the
yeah,
shit out of your
exactly.
faucet and maybe get some alkaline in there. Maybe it doesn't.
Put
Roll the
some
dice.
mushrooms in there. I don't know. Drink some of that mud water from your.
So I think you heard it from Joyeur to answer
Sink.
why alkaline water. No. That, I mean, really, that just feels like it should be the answer.
Or like
Agreed.
I said, I'm mumbling. Why not? Why not? Yeah, I would say no.
Oh, man.
Excellent question, Brian. Thank you,
Love
brother-in-law
it.
Brian.
Well, thank you once again for hopping on with us,
Oh,
Joyeur.
Thank
it was
you. Thank you.
lovely
so much
to
for
have
having
you.
me.
And
Pleasure.
thanks to all the people in the chat and all the people that subscribed. Josh and I are really gonna dive into this, and so next week we'll have a recap. But like, I see people already subbed, people already gift subbed, whatever that is. We're gonna get some bits and emotes going next week. And don't forget to grab your Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero for next week. Anything else,
Yes.
Josh?
You just follow us at T-Bash Live because we'll post some tutorials as we're learning ourselves, and we'll send Bev reminders for future episodes.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
And last but not least,
Go fuck yourselves.